games.
All right.
Go ahead.
You ready? Move this.
Yes,
I'm intrigued. I'm interested in your answer in this next one because I think this is a tough one to call here.
this is a tough one.
Cincinnati.
Oh,
Cincinnati.
thank
Off
you.
the college, all due respect to Cincinnati, former basketball coach I used to work with called him Cincinnati. I like to refer to him as Cincinnati.
It's how we're going to
Cin-
refer to them all season.
Correct. So there's the
Hopefully, we'll be
disclaimer as to
talking
why.
about them all season like we were last season. That was fun talking about
Fun to watch them
Cincinnati every
last
week.
year. Yeah, you mentioned it. Coming off Luke Fickell, coming off that college football playoff appearance, group of 5 team, finally breaking through to that. Now they go on the road, open at Arkansas, who was a real surprise, a talk of a lot of the college football weeks last week, as they were really good behind KJ Jefferson, Traylon Burks on the outside at receiver, and that good offensive line. They exceeded really almost all expectations. What, they get 8 wins last year? They were
Mm-hmm.
really good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They return KJ Jefferson at quarterback. They do lose Burks out at wide receiver. This is going to be a team that wants to run it, though. Cincinnati, the story with them, they lose 5 guys to the NFL, Dave. That's a lot for a Cincinnati program to replace those 5 guys, but they've got talent returning. One of those guys they lost, though, Desmond Ridder at quarterback. He'd been around for a long time and played a lot of games there for the Bearcats.
Yes.
So they're breaking in a new quarterback. They've got to break in a new running back, new receiver. The leader in all 3 of those categories
Yep.
is out. They do return their entire offensive line. 6.5 is the number now
Mm.
as they head to Arkansas to open the season. I kind of want to take Cincinnati here, even though normally all those new pieces off a historically great season, I would expect a step back. But part of me wants to take Cincinnati. Am I on the wrong side or the right side there?
Well, right now, it looks like based on the early number and the line move, you're on the side that's moving the number. It's down to 6 everywhere.
I've got
Let's
6.5 still here in West Virginia. So should I
you
grab it if I like Cincinnati?
you should. Yes, that's the only 6.5. That's the only 6.5 available, looks like, in the world right now.
Oh, how about
So
that?
yes, if you like 6.5, grab it now. I don't think the line's it's gonna bounce between 6 and 7. Um, I hear this a lot, B how. It's a team that's got, a different starting quarterback at an SEC team. How much stock
Mm-hmm.
do you put into, because we'll have this discussion all season as well, an SEC team? Like, are you scared of that? I don't know what to expect from Cincinnati, but I don't know even what I'm getting from Arkansas either. So, how
Right.
much is it going to an SEC team worry you?
It it worries me from this standpoint, and again, I'll talk out of both sides here, as you know I like to do.
Yeah.
Just the fact that it's SEC doesn't necessarily concern me because it's not like Cincinnati hasn't played in big games, right? You've
Right.
got a lot of guys in this program that have
Right.
traveled and played in big moments, so they're going to
They
walk
were in
in,
the
see,
playoff last year, B
yeah,
how
so they're going to see
Cincinnati was in the playoff.
this big fan base in Arkansas is tremendous. It's going to be packed. It's going to be loud. I don't
Yeah.
know that that in and of itself rattles this Cincinnati team. The
No.
other difference about new quarterbacks now, we've talked about it a bunch already. Cincinnati's another example. You're bringing in transfer quarterbacks that have played elsewhere. So Cincinnati's bringing in a former MAC quarterback, used to be on their
Right.
roster. They bring him in. He's played at this level before, not maybe necessarily in the SEC, but you're
Right.
not dealing with guys that have sat on the bench for 2 years and are getting their first chance to start. So that helps you a little bit as well. Now, that said, Dave, I mean, if it's under a touchdown here, this isn't hard to see Arkansas covering either. That's why I
That's the
think this is a
thing.
really tough game to call. I mean,
I
they whip off a run, KJ Jefferson, a big run. They win this game by 7 or 10. I'm not even the least bit surprised here.
Oh yeah, no, this is a good game. And then, for people new and back from the slumber, we're not going to give you a definitive pick on every game. We're trying to come here, entertain you, give you good information, and you guys decide who you're going to bet. Sometimes we'll feel strongly about it, sometimes we won't. I used to say in the book all the time, that's just a good number because that gives you balance and you don't have to bet every game. And we appreciate you guys for coming and listen, hit the subscribe button, all that stuff. I'm not going to give you a pick every game. There's games I don't know. There's games that I don't feel strongly about. This one is enough to give me pause. I
Mhm.
need more. I need to see a little bit more. There's a lot of questions about both teams. Their season wins are almost the same. Arkansas is actually a little bit lower than Cincinnati's. So, in the whole scheme of things, I don't know. I don't know. I ain't afraid to say it. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, click on another video right here on the screen. And if you really liked it, consider subscribing below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.